Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to another episode of We are going to be trying out a bunch of new Body Shop makeup that they recently sent me, but this video is not sponsored. They just sent it to me in PR and I don't have a full face, but I've got like, I want to say like 75% of a full face, so I figured let's just chuck it on a face and see if it sucks or not. So yeah, the Body Shop came out with a bunch of like new products. They've all got this same sort of branding. And I think they're like typically kind of like multi-use products. Like they've got liners, they've got these are like cream paints things. They're called like the Freestyle multitasking color. And they've got a bunch of them. So I'm just gonna be doing a full-ish face of Body Shop makeup and letting you guys know my thoughts and everything. And if you like this kind of videos, if you want me to try out any other brands, products, whatever it is, the weirder, the better half the time. Then please drop this video a like, subscribe, or everything. You know what all the YouTubers say. Just do that, please. Thank you so much. But anyway, we're gonna try out a long game lash and brow serum. Now let's face it, this is not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna be able to tell you guys from the get-go whether this works or it doesn't. I use Revitalash on my lashes like every couple of days now. Don't use anything on my brows, but I'm not gonna be able to tell you if this is good or not. But I'm gonna pop that on there. And I mean, if my brows suddenly start sprouting within the next like 5 minutes, then it's probably good. They're probably not going to, but you know, you never know what could happen. But I'm just gonna pop these on. And if my eyes suddenly start burning out of my face, then I'll let you guys know. But from the get-go, this seems fine. Like I said, it's not really a review, but they just sent it to me. So I figured I may as well try it and I'll try it out over the next like however long on my brows. But eyes aren't falling out yet. So that's good enough for me. So the next product I'm gonna use is their Frame It Brow Pomade. And I wasn't sure what this was gonna be because when I think of a pomade, I think of like the little pots, like the ABH brow dip sort of situation. But this actually looks kind of similar in terms of formulation to the Refined Brow Sculpt, which you guys know I love. So let's give this a go. Okay, it's very, very white. I think realistically, like I like these sort of ones when I'm using like a clear brow gel or something. I'm probably gonna go through my brows with like a standard spoolie in a second, but I'm just gonna lay this through my brows. So you can see it gives you like a white coating, just like the Refined Brow Sculpt does. And then I'm gonna brush it through with this. Yeah, so far I'm into that product. There's a fly. Leave me alone, where are you? I feel like I'm Harry Potter trying to catch the golden snitch. This fly's got ADHD. Same. Okay, we're just gonna try and ignore this fly. If you see it, let me know. Let's play a game. Let's see how many times the fly makes an appearance throughout this video. Ooh, you guess how many times? I don't know. Instead, we're just gonna move on with this lip blush here. This is called the Sheer Touch Lip and Cheek Tint, and it's in the shade Bloom. It's like more of like a pinky shade. And before I go in with like my powder foundation, which everyone's doing powder foundations at the moment, and I'm not loving it, but I will try it out. I figured I would just try this out before I go in with anything else. So this is the color of it. Kind of reminds me of like the Benetint kind of situation, which did you guys know that was actually meant for nipples back in the day? Should I? Anyway, we're going to put this lovely lip and cheek stain on our lips and cheeks and the ones like shoulders up. So I'm just gonna give this a go. Don't normally like this sort of things. We'll see what it looks like. It's quite a nice color. I'm gonna be going over my lips in a second anyway, so I'm not too fussed if it's like done perfectly or whatever. It's quite bright. Oh, just tasted it. Not sure how I feel about the taste of it, but you're probably not supposed to eat it. Let's try it on my cheeks. Just gonna blend it in with this little flat brush. Oh, that actually looks quite nice. I have another product to use for my cheeks in a second, which is why I'm using it now. I feel like that actually looks really, really natural and pretty. I actually quite like that. I've also got like a more ready tone sort of color, which is called Power. And I'll just swatch that there for you guys, just in case you want to have a look at it. Looks like this in comparison. Okay, so now before I move on to powder foundation, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of like liquid concealer. I'm gonna use my Rare Beauty one, just because this adds like a medium sort of coverage, and I feel like this powder foundation is gonna give me more of like a natural finish. So I just wanna kind of get rid of like a little of my dark circles, a little bit of the redness around my nose, and I have like a tiny little spot here, and then a little spot here as well. So I'm going to just pop that on and blend that out. Okay, so concealer is on, and I actually am really kind of into this with a little bit of like lip and blush stain and all that. So now we're gonna move on to their new powder foundation. Now the cool thing about this is it's basically like refillable. I will insert a clip of me struggling to put this in because I didn't realize that you had to like lift this part out. But they sent me this one shade, so I'm hoping this will work. It's in the shade, what is it? Medium 2W, which sounds about right. It does look quite fair. So we're gonna see what this looks like. But yeah, you can basically buy like refills for this and just pop it into the little like compact there. Just grab my little puff here. I'm gonna try and use it with the puff first, but if it does look a little bit too cakey and stuff, I am gonna just apply it with a like powder brush. Oh, this looks all right actually. I'm not gonna put it like around my nose because my nose and everything is a little bit more dry at the moment. So I know that when I put any sort of powder around my nose at the moment, it does just look a little bit more cakey. So I'm just gonna apply it like all over my face basically. I'm gonna dust it over my cheeks with a powder brush in a minute, just so I don't cover up too much of that like cheek stain. It's actually pretty full coverage. And this basically says that it's a tea tree face base, skin clarifying powder foundation. 90% natural origin ingredients, fair trade tea tree oil from Kenya. But like, I actually don't mind this so far. Like around my jaw especially, my jaw is looking snatched right now. So I'm actually not minding this. So I'm gonna use a brush like around my nose and under my eyes just to see how it works with this. Because basically, if you want something that's a little bit less coverage, use a little brush. If you want something that's more coverage, then use a sponge. But I tend to find that like my under eyes and around my nose and everything usually look a little bit textured when I do use like a sponge around them. So I'm gonna go like just lightly down my nose, and you can see it is actually getting rid of the shine quite well, but it's still not making me look like I'm made out of clay. I mean, I am, but I don't want to look like I am, you know? Insert picture of the Art Attack head. Insert my face onto a picture with the Art Attack head. Let's see what Ollie comes up with this time. Let's see if he even does anything, because last time when I did a video, like he didn't even include the effects that I told him to do. I'm just sat here talking to don't, Ollie. You better have included that. Or just make it interesting for the people, please. But yeah, anyway, this actually looks pretty good. Okay, Ollie. Let's give Ollie, like, we need to make Ollie work a little bit harder. Let's give this powder foundation here right now a bronze medal with my face on it. Yay, congratulations, you won 3rd place, woo! So yeah, it's pretty good to be fair. Like out of all the powder foundations that I've tried, this one is definitely like up there. Don't mind it. Will I ever use it? Probably not. Just being honest with you, probably not unless I'm using like a more full coverage powder. But if you like this sort of thing, I'd probably say this is like one of the best ones I've tried. Okay, so I just finished powdering everything down, and I did also add a little bit of my MAC Give Me Some bronzer, and where is it? My desk is a freaking mess right now, you guys. I added a bit of my Lottie London Arch Rival brow pen just to like the ends of my brows here. So now I'm gonna try out one of these Freestyle multitasking colors. I'm gonna use this shade here, which is called Fair, I think. If it's too light, I'll add like a different color, but they basically have like a load of different like paint pots almost, kind of remind me of like the P. Louise sort of situation. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start with this color, and if I need a little bit more of like a blusher, then I will add more. But yeah, this one's called Fair. So it literally just comes out like a paint basically. And apparently you can use this on like your eyes, your lips, your cheeks, your butthole. Probably don't use it on your bumhole, that might cause some sort of like reaction, but I have no idea. Do whatever you wanna do, I support you. But you can basically use this anywhere, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just gonna pop this on the tops of my cheeks. They're actually really pigmented, more pigmented than I thought. So I'm gonna blend that out with my little like flat brush here. I'm actually really surprised as to how pigmented they are, because I only took a little bit and I was like fully sort of like patting it in with my brush and kind of like shearing out a little bit. But you can see like it does have a decent payoff here. So I'm gonna try those on my eyes in a minute. And now that I've tried this, I'm actually very, very excited to try it on my eyeballs, because yeah, it's more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. You know what I'm actually gonna try as well is I'm gonna take a tiny bit, because I know I am gonna do my lips properly in a second as well, but I'm gonna take a tiny little bit of this and just pop it on my lips, see what this looks like, because I actually feel like they're quite pigmented. Yeah, look! They're actually really, really pigmented. And they've got like a mix of like mattes and shimmers and all of that. They mostly sent me matte colors, but I do have a shimmer color to try in a second that I'm gonna try on my cheeks. In fact, let's just do that one. So this is the shade Rebel. It does look a little bit kind of like bronzy golden, but when I did apply it to my hand a second ago, it did sort of like sheer out quite a bit. So this is one of the shimmers that they sent me. And you guys can see, that's what it looks like here. And I'm sure, obviously, if you like just wear it quite opaquely, then it will kind of look more of like a copper. But I am going to try and add the tiniest little bit onto my cheeks because I don't have any kind of like highlighter or anything to use on my face today. So let's just try this. It's not too shimmery, but it does have like a bit of a sheen to it, if you can see on my hand there. Yep, tiny bit. You can see it's just kind of made my skin look a little bit more wet looking. So realistically, if I had something that was more of like a champagne-y sort of shade, this would work a lot better because I am only using the tiniest amount. But honestly, okay, I really wasn't expecting to like too many of these products because normally, like, I just like a powder blush. I just like a powder bronzer. I don't want to like faff around too much with things that I don't really use, like a powder foundation stuff, but actually this is turning out a lot better than I expected. Okay, I'm now gonna move on to my lips, and I have another one of their like refillable products here. So again, basically you just buy one of the refills and you just have like this shade on the top of the box here. You buy this little guy separately and you just pop them in. Again, I'll insert a little clip of me struggling to do that a second ago, but I used this shade here, which the box is somewhere. They're called the Pep Talk refillable lipstick, and I'm using this in the shade Doing Great. That's like a nice little pat on the back here. Thank you, lipstick. Oh, the fly's back. Stay there. Stay on that light. You can live on that light. That's fine. Make it your own little home. Have a little family. Do whatever you want to do, but don't go in front of the lens, okay? I swear he's looking at me right now. Shake my hand. If you put your arm out right now, then I know that you can understand English. Oh my God, he faced me. He's about to ruin my day, isn't he? But yeah, I have this in the shade Doing Grey, and it actually looks a lot darker than it did like on the box, if you can see there. But okay, the product that I'm gonna use first, because they only sent me 2 of these, and one of them is like a shimmery kind of like coppery ruby sort of color called Rally, which I will swatch for you guys. They're basically called the Freestyle Multitasking Color Crayons. So again, you can use these pretty much wherever. But this is what the color looks like. But to be honest, that actually might not be too bad because it doesn't look too shimmery. But then I also have this color here. I'm not sure if it's like totally black, but it's in the shade Challenge. And I mean, it looks very much like a, yeah, it's black. Maybe I'll like, oh, I don't know. I might actually use the Rally color because I feel like I'll probably get away with it a bit more as like a lip liner. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna just line my lips a little bit. This actually looks all right, to be fair. You can't really tell that it's shimmery like at all, to be honest. So now I'm gonna go in with this lipstick here, which again is in the shade Doing Great. Let me just swatch a few here. I'm like running out of space a little bit. Worst swatch ever, but you can see the color there. And I'm just gonna apply that all over my lippies. Ooh, it's a nice color. That actually feels quite nice. I'm gonna try and add a little bit of this paint stuff again. This is in the shade Fair, just like right into the center of my lips because I did actually quite like how it looked before. Just to add a little bit of dimension. Oh yes, the little hoey lip that I love so much. You guys know I love like a slightly overlined pink juicy lip. I will say as well that these little like paint things are actually quite creamy. Like even though they're matte, they don't feel like really powdery or anything like that. They do just feel really comfy, both like on my cheeks and on my lips. And I'm gonna try them on my eyes again in a second. Really like that lip. Maybe needs a little bit of cleanup once I look at it more closely. Yeah, I really like that. That's a banging combo there. Like I would not have thought that like a shimmery lip liner and this lipstick and then like a lip face paint thing would have created this lip combo. But I'm really, really liking that. Okay, let's move on to eyeballs. So I put the tiniest little bit of my MAC Give Me Some bronzer just in my eyes, just to act as a little transition, because obviously this shade here is more of like a shimmery color. And I swatched, I've got so many swatches on my hands right now, I'm very sorry. But these two shades, yes. These 2 shades here, it was like a purple and like an orangey sort of color. And I might try and do something with that on my eyes. I have no idea how this is gonna work out. I'm gonna start by like blending them out to see what they can do, but then if worst comes to worst, I'm probably just gonna do like something crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna take like the orangey color to begin with, and this one is called Play. These are really pigmented. Okay, so I'm gonna pop some of that in my crease. This might be a mistake. To be fair, they are freaking pigmented. I'm using the tiniest amount here. I blended out loads of it onto my hand. I'm not even trying there, and the blend's already starting to happen. So then I'm gonna take a different brush. What's this one? This one's definitely dirty, but it's got like a similar color on it. So I'm gonna roll with it because it's brush washing night tonight. But I'm gonna mix a little bit of that orangey color in with like the purple. And the purple shade that I'm using, by the way, is called Parade. So this is the kind of like vibe that I'm going for here, as you can see, with my 8 million swatches on my hand. Like they do kind of create like a little bit of a sunset eye effect there. So I'm just taking a little bit of that purple, and I'm gonna start by popping a very, very tiny like amount of that on my outer corner just to fill in the gap, and then I'm gonna build it up. That actually does kind of work. Cheese text, the cheese text. I'm just hoping that this will set down in a second because it says it's matte. Right now it's just like sheeny, shiny, shimmering, splendid. But hopefully it's just my sweaty face going on right now and it will settle down in a second. Anyway, I'm gonna go and do the other eye, and then we've got liner and mascara to try. Okay, eyes are done for a second. I'm probably gonna add a little bit of highlighter on my brow bone or whatever in a minute. I've had a thought that I'm gonna try in a second, and it might be terrible, so bear with me. But first of all, I'm gonna go in with mascara just to kind of see how this looks. This is covered in that paint. To be fair, this paint stuff, I like it, but it gets everywhere. Where's my flannel? Talk amongst yourselves, will you? Oh, that'll do. I'm already stained, whatever, who cares? Right, so this is the mascara, and it's called Turn It Up Volumizing Mascara. It's got like a little hourglass wand here. So let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna pop this on my top lashes to begin with. I will say that this like matte eye paint stuff does not seem to want to settle down. Okay, so you can see it's separating them quite nicely. It is making them look quite long. It's making my lashes look decent, but it's not doing anything like amazing to my lashes. So this definitely isn't something I would say like, guys, rush out and buy this, link down below. It's not one of those. You could get a way better mascara from Primark, Essence, General, drugstore, whatever it is. It's decent, it's just, it's not doing anything crazy. So now I'm gonna try and do something with their liner. So this is called the Wake Up Cool Liquid Eyeliner, and I got it in the shade Black. It's literally just called Black. And, okay, my hands are so stained. This might look terrible. So let's do like a pose. Ooh, this is my makeup now, before I screw it up. Hopefully I don't though, but I probably will. But I'm probably gonna screw this up because what I kind of wanna do is do like a bit of a graphic line, something like a little bit abstract-y. I'm not 100% sure. I'm basically just gonna go where the feeling takes me with this stuff. So let's swatch it before I like throw it all over my face. Oh no, it's one of those nibs. It's like a solid, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like one of those nibs that if you were born in the 90s and put makeup on in the 2000s and maybe 2010s, you will have seen these sort of nibs before. Basically the cheapest kind of nib that you can get for a liner. Sorry, Body Shop, but it is. You know it is as well. Like, you know it is. You know this wasn't like a revolutionary kind of liner applicator. It's just like a little kind of foamy sort of thing. So I'm gonna do like a normal wing liner anyway, just to try it. Yeah, being totally honest, this sucks. To be fair, the actual like formula sheer as well. Yeah, look, dude, what is that? Can you see that? You probably can't because it's so tiny. But when I'm trying to do like an actual just like standard wing, it's just like, no, don't like this. Don't like this one bit. Sir, excuse me. I hate this so much. I just don't know how you're supposed to do anything precise with this. This liner, I will never use again. I'm only using it for this video. It literally sucks so hard. And actually, as I'm talking, I put a little bit in like my inner corner. My eye feels like it's watering a bit. It's just like one of those liners that like, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell. Let me just do like a full-on swatch for you, wherever I have space. Okay, so it's like it's super black, okay? Really, really black formula. But then, if I can try and get this on camera, where is it? There it is. Hang on, wait. Come on. I don't know if you guys are able to tell, but it's like when you like apply it in the same place, it creates like a smearing. Can you guys see that there? Because either the liquid's not like thick enough or the nib is like too hard, which I think is the main problem. If this had a different nib, then I'd actually probably like it a lot more, but the nib honestly like makes this product suck. I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll trip over with you guys in a sec. All right, lads, so this is the finished look and I still stand by what I said. I didn't use my Huda Beauty liner or anything. I just tried to do it using the same liner and I am really not a fan of it, if you couldn't already tell. But yeah, this is the finished look and I like it. I just wish that like the execution was better. I'm putting it down to this liner here, not from my shaky little hands, although that's definitely a factor as well. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the look turned out. I love the skin. Like the skin actually looks really, really good, which is the main thing I was worried about. And I wouldn't say that like these eye paints, yeah, like you can see on my fingers here, they're not like completely matte, which is a bit of a bummer, but like if you're using them for your face and your lips, it does kind of work in that way. So probably not the best for your eyes, but you still can use them. Maybe just make sure you set them down a little bit. But yeah, the skin, the lips, I'm really into. Quite like the mascara. I actually quite like the like general like face paint. I just wouldn't necessarily use them like all over my eye. Maybe just as if I'm like create more of like an opaque base, then put eyeshadow on top of. But yeah, overall I am actually pretty happy with how everything turned out despite the liner. Let's just pretend that this is like way more even and there's like sharper edges and stuff like that, but it's like it's getting late, so I quite frankly can't be bothered to fix it because I'm going to take this off in a minute and go to McDonald's. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this look turned out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and if there's any other brands, products, whatever it is, the better. No, rewind, it's getting late. I'm normally in bed in like half an hour's time because I'm an early girl these days, but basically the weirder the better. So whether it's like a weird brand, a weird product, a small brand, whatever it is, let me know what you guys want me to try out and I'll add it to the list, and I'm sure I will try it out in the future videos coming up. Could you tell I was struggling with that sentence? Basically, let me know what you want me to throw on my face and I'll do it. That's what I'm here for. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this makeup look in the comment section down below. And if you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that is it from me. I'm going to take my makeup off and go to McDonald's. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, guys. If you enjoyed this video, like I said, thumbs up, subscribe, share, all of that. It's always very, very helpful. Leave a comment down below as well, letting me know what other products you guys want me to try out. And I'm gonna leave it here. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.